Hi guys, Andy here, messing about with the diesel heaters in the garage again. Just got a new one delivered, so I'm really excited. You know what it's like, guys, when you get a new tool delivered or a new machine or something to play with. You know how exciting it is. So this is it. There's all the bits and bobs. We've got a red one this time. Instructions, see how useful they are. Now, I just had to get one of these guys because they're so cheap at the moment. Last year, these were £175. I paid £75 for this, so it's absolutely for nothing. So I'm just interested to see the quality, to see what's changed on them, see if they've got better or worse. You know what these Chinese products are like, they generally get worse, don't they? For instance, take a look at this. This is a little like mat I bought for the doorstep yesterday. Okay, it was cheaper than it was this time a few months back when I bought one, but it's smaller. The Chinese just make things a little bit smaller, don't they, to cut the costs. So we'll see how we get on with this. So straight away I noticed we've got wires with this one. We didn't get wires with the old machine we bought before, so that's a bonus. And this machine has got the 4 outlets here instead of the single one there, so we'll see what difference that makes as well, if any. Shouldn't really. It's got a nice little easy to use remote control. I have to admit, I never even set the remote controls up on the old machine. The exhaust pipe, I think, looks probably a little bit smaller. Just have a look. Yeah, I'd say slightly smaller. Not so it matters either. I like the handles in there rather than on the top. Yeah, prefer those. And some of the clips look a little bit more substantial than the ones we've had before in the past that were just like lead. No use to anyone. And there's the exhaust silencer. Look at that, absolute straight through. Doesn't do a lot, guys, to be honest. And obviously there's the very important little drip hole, really important that is. But yeah. But I do like the machine, guys. It's as long as it works okay. It's probably say a little bit smaller than the other one. But yeah, it's a nice little thing. I like it. I like the feel of it. Yeah, I like the handles. So yeah, let's get some kerosene in it and get it going. Another thing I've noticed on these, you've got a little bit more clearance there to get the exhaust pipe out the side. If you see on that one, the old one, I've put a little piece of wood to raise the machine slightly to enable the exhaust to come out the side. I know a lot of people put a couple of pieces of 3x2 on the front and the back, but that was enough for me. But yeah, there's a little bit more clearance here for the exhaust pipe just to come out the side enough. I'll just put my Chinese mat down so I can turn the machine upside down, because yeah, before I put the kerosene in, I'm going to connect the exhaust pipe up. Okay, so we're under the heater. That's the air intake because it's closest to the diesel feed pipe. It's not going to affect that. And this is the exhaust outlet. So that goes on just there with a clip. Now, if you do want the exhaust to come out close to the machine here, without the need to be putting extra like feet on pieces of 3x2 wood, what you're going to need to do is cut the non-bendable part of the pipe off so that you can bend it at like a 90-degree angle, so you can get it close to the heater as possible. One thing I would say, if you are putting bends in this exhaust pipe, particularly here, you are restricting the flow. You don't want to be doing that unless you have to. You want that exhaust gas coming out as straight as possible. Otherwise, it is going to take its toll on the lifespan of the machine. And then you've got your intake pipe and your little air filter. I have to admit, guys, I've always used these in quite a clean environment, so I don't bother using that. You've got all your little clips there. Yeah, they're not too bad. So yeah, everything's supplied, pretty good. But if you're just going to use the heater in your workshop, you don't need a lot of this stuff. You just want the exhaust pipe poking outside so you haven't got the fumes. Okay, so this is just a quick start setup to make sure the heater works, and obviously I'm still really excited, like a kid with a new toy. And I've hooked up the exhaust to my 2-metre extension, which is going out the wall and coming out the other side to the exhaust silencer. And I'm getting my 12-volt power source from my 12-volt power supply there, which runs off the 240 mains. Links to these as well in the description. And we put in some kerosene in. Links to a good kerosene supplier in Birmingham, if you are local to the area. It's at, I won't put too much in there, it's at 98 pence a litre now, which is a lot cheaper than diesel. Okay, so I'll switch on the power supply. We'll switch the machine on and see how long it takes to get going. Be interested to see if it needs priming or it primes itself. Obviously the little glow plugs on there, the fan's going round. Usually have to wait about 30 seconds for the pump to start ticking. Oh, there you go, the pump started ticking, and I can hear a little bit of a roar from the machine. Not warm yet, but if that starts up, if that starts getting warm, I'll be pretty impressed with that. Yeah, that's pretty good. Well, I'm impressed with that, guys. That has started up so easily, much easier than the my older machine started. There's a little bit of condensation coming out of the exhaust pipe, and a little bit of like a burn-off smell, like a paint burning smell. Not bad at all. And inside here, there's probably a little bit of a burn-off smell, but nothing too offensive at all. That's warming up nicely. And you know what, guys, I was just looking at the instructions and this key fob, and I was thinking to myself, I'm quite impressed with this machine. Do you know what, I'm going to set the key fob up, and I just press the key fob and it already works straight out the box. Now in the old machines they didn't even come with a battery, and well, the reason I didn't set mine up is it looked like a little bit of a faff, and I thought, well, I'm not going to use that anyway, so I didn't bother. But yeah, that's working straight out the box, so pretty impressed again. Well, guys, I have to say, I'm really impressed with this machine. I take everything back what I said about these Chinese machines tools getting worse. This has actually got better. The instructions are loads better than they was last year. Key fob works straight out the box. Really impressed with that. I don't know, it might be a little bit quieter than the old machine. I don't know, maybe I'm just imagining that. The displays, that's quite nice. Take a little bit of getting used to, but it looks like there's a few more functions and a little bit more information on there. So yeah, I'm really impressed with this machine so far. If you saw some of my other videos, you might have saw I've got one of these Chinese diesel heaters pumping hot air into my house. It's in a black box on my patio in the back garden, and it saved me a lot of money last year. But you know, I think I might put this machine in that box. I might switch it for this new model. I've got a good feeling about this.